Good morning, beautiful souls. Hey to everybody who's joining on the replay. I'm just logged in a couple minutes early. We're just together for everyone to start to join us. If you're watching the replay, be sure to say hi in the comments. Good morning, Amel. And as you come on, I'm going to invite you right away to check in with yourself and pop your two-word comment in, or your two-word check-in in the comments while we're waiting for everybody to join us. Hi, Edison. Good morning. As people are joining me, I'm just asking you to right away check in with your two words. Hi, Diane. Nice to have you. So as soon as you come on and you say hi, everybody, start to breathe a little deeper into your body, check in with yourself, find two words that describe what you're feeling right this moment, and then pop them in the comment section. Good morning, Jim. Or Wilkinson, sorry. Hi, Joseph. All right, I'm starting to see the two words come in. I'm inviting everybody, as soon as you say hello, to breathe deep into your body, find your two words that describe what you're feeling right this moment, and pop them in the comment section. Hi, Margaret. Good morning, Jeff. Hi, Justine. Hi, Christopher. All right. Okay, it's 7:01. I think everybody who is here, I think your two words have popped in. I'm just going to wait another 30 seconds, see if anyone else joins us. Good morning, Doug. Hello, Patricia. As soon as you log on and say hi, breathe deep into your body, check in with yourself and find two words that describe what you're feeling at this moment, and then pop your two-word check-in in the comments. I'm just going to wait about another 15 seconds for any stragglers. And then I'm going to jump right in. All right. Okay, everybody together, just take another full, slow, purposeful, deep breath into your body. And as you exhale, just see if you can let your body relax a little bit more. Hi, Sebastian. So I'm going to take my eyes off the comments now. Everybody, again, just breathe a little deeper into your body one more time. And as you exhale, see if you can let your body get a little more relaxed, and see if you can bring your awareness even more present to my voice. Before I share the information I want to share today on the Magical Monday, I just want to make a quick comment about Operation Game Plan. It became evident that many of you had never received the email from February 20th. We discovered that on the mastermind on Saturday. I sent it out. Lots of you have signed up. Some of you got in after the deadline. I forgot to tell the tech guy to take the deadline off the link. It's now open, and it's important that you register if you're going to participate, because that registration form is generating its own email list that's going to be the list we'll use to send all the preparation materials. Let me just say this about the mastermind. I have put the Operation Game Plan together based on where you guys are right now. So I really want to encourage you, if you can at all be there, be there. It's going to be 5 hours that's really designed to help you take an even deeper and wider look at some of your blind spots. A little more concentration where we're not rushed in just 2 hours to really help you discover where you are right now in your life, where maybe you're still making decisions based on something that if you could just see it a little bigger and wider, maybe you could loosen your grip on some of the self-sabotage behavior, which was the focus of February. So I want to just encourage you. I'm putting it together specifically for you based on the feedback that's coming in and based on my internal guidance that's saying, bring them this. So I don't want you to miss what Source is saying, bring to you. This is not for other people. This is for the mastermind. So it's specifically for you. So if you can be there, I would really encourage you be there because it's going to serve you well. Several of you absolutely cannot be there, and you've signed up and you're going to do the replay. That's a big commitment, and I applaud those of you that signed up for that. And I'm going to encourage you. I'm gonna send an email to those that specifically signed up just to do the replay, and I'm gonna send an email suggesting that you all do it together on the same day with a couple of other suggestions, if that's possible, and just create your own camaraderie that we'll be creating live that you'll be able to tap into with some other tribe members. All right, take a breath. I'm gonna let that go now. And let's talk about today. So today, there's a lot of powerful energy moving. If I looked at the comments, I see a lot of positive. Usually there's a positive and a negative word. There's a few less, there's a few words in your 2-word comments that are like, yeah, they're kind of some challenging things. But for the most part, if you really just tap in, even if your mind doesn't get locked on a challenge that you feel maybe overwhelming or defeated in, there's a sense of excitement right now. There's a sense of excitement that has to do with these little pockets of windows of energies that are coming in little blocks. They come in alignment with certain planetary alignments. Today is 1 day away from the full moon. This full moon in March is always called the worm moon because it is the last full moon of winter. And as winter is coming to a close, the snow starts to melt, the ground starts to get moist, worms start to show up, and it's all preparation for spring. And spring always brings the sprouts of new life that show up around summer and then get harvested in fall, right? And energetically, the work that you've been doing in kind of a tumultuous inward place is starting to germinate. Seeds are ready to start to come into some clarity for you. I don't know if you realize this, but do you know the moon casts no light of its own? It's not like a sun. There's no light in the inside emanating outward. When we see a full moon, it's because it's directly across from the sun, and the sun is completely reflecting its power and its source off of the full moon. And the full moon energy from the new moon 2 weeks before every full moon that we go through this monthly cycle, it's like collecting energy, collecting momentum, collecting light, which reflects you, collecting insight, collecting data, collecting perspective, building momentum of whatever's moving in your life in that particular cycle that humans have put into a nice little monthly compartment. But every month, in tune with the cycles of nature, the cycles of source, we are constantly, our soul's personality is bringing into our experience people, places, and things to help us move into the next expanded version of ourselves. And if we're not growing, we're dying. I'll say that again. If we are not growing, we're dying. We started dying while we're growing the moment we were born. It's the cycle of life. And if you're stagnant, if there's still breath in your lungs and you're not growing, and you know if you're not growing, because when we're not growing, there is no thrill or excitement. There's stagnation. And when there's stagnation, there's rot. And when there's rot, there's contraction. And when there's contraction, we move into depression. And we surrender to fear. And you guys have all been moving out of that. That's what called you to the mastermind, in this big quantum leap that humans are experiencing right now, coming out of this really tumultuous, traumatic, emotional experience of COVID that's now 3 years gone, but has been weighing on all of us like a big ass wet soaking blanket that's now cold, but we're used to it. We're coming out of it. We're coming out of it. So inside of you, there is this surge of power, and it's amplified right now with the sun reflecting off the moon, reflecting back at you, saying, there's more for you. There's more for you. And that more is going to always call us forward into fear. Fear is always calling us forward into the next growing, expanded version of ourselves. But if we misinterpret fear, we contract. That's why we've got to come up with a new relationship with fear. Fear is our friend, not our foe. Fear is always calling us forward into the unknown, where we must go if we're going to keep growing. And some of you are really on the precipice of going somewhere you've never been before, at a stage in your life that for some of you it feels thrilling, and for some of you it feels too late, and for some of you it feels so freaking petrifying. But there's this surge that's helping you right now loosen your grip to come into a childlike curiosity of what's possible for me today. Today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. What's possible for me today? When our brain is so fixated on a problem that feels like it has no answer, it misses the childlike excitement and possibility of what wants to be called into our experience today to help us grow and help us change the lens with which we're looking at life, and therefore looking at the problem we think we're holding on to so tightly with an old response pattern. So right now, it's the perfect time to just take a sigh of relief and sink into, like you're sinking into a big, comfy chair. Sink into what's possible. You don't have to make a decision today. Full moons are usually not a great time to be making a decision. It's a time to go, okay, let me see. Let me really pay attention to all the momentum of the data I've been collecting. My soul's been pulling in this cycle. Now it's beaming a light so bright for me to help me see myself expanded and connect the dots that have come in for me. So just take a sigh of relief right now. And with that, I'm going to bring us all into the crystal cave together. It's such a powerful tool. Really quick reminder for those of you that are still new to the work. Our imagination is a gateway. It's a portal. It's a way for our mind that only has memory to allow us to go into non-physical realities. What we imagine, our body has no idea that either it's imagined or real. Our bodies act and respond physiologically this very same thing. If I said to you, I want you to imagine a swimming pool in a backyard. All of you just imagined it. Your mind, now I want you to imagine getting into that pool. Did you jump in or did you walk down the steps? Doesn't matter. Get in the pool. Feel the water on you. Is it tepid? Is it warm? What does it feel like? Your mind does not differentiate whether it actually happened or you imagined it. That's the power of the mind. And when we use imagination to think of something, to create a picture in our mind that our mind can access, It allows us to go into a non-physical reality as real as wherever you're sitting right now. The mind doesn't understand that. So going into the crystal cave allows us to go into an environment energetically that completely balances us. So I want you to close your eyes with me for a moment. It's 7:14. I'm going to go to 7:18, maybe a little bit less. So close your eyes. Now I want you to remember this. The tool of the crystal cave is you as a battery being put into a battery charger. Okay? That's why you're going into the crystal cave. But more than getting filled up with energy, that's happening as well, your battery is being harmonized and perfectly balanced on the positive charge and the negative charge. The outgoing energy, the incoming energy that are dominated and ruled by the one source of which you are a drop in that infinite ocean of source consciousness. So when you use the crystal cave as a tool and you sit in your stillness, you balance yourself. You balance your energy field, you balance your emotions, you balance your mind perfectly aligned with the divine source energy. You also can go into the battery charger of the crystal cave and decide what emotional state you want to be balanced in that very moment. And to do that, all you have to do is access or activate that state of being for just a moment while you're sitting in the crystal cave, and then you set the intention. Balance me now, crystal cave, which is really another way of saying my inner higher self. Balance me while I'm sitting in the battery charger of the crystal cave so I'm perfectly harmonized in this state of peace, or in this state of joy, or in this state of clarity, or in this state of whatever it is you want to be balanced in that moment. But to do that, you have to activate the feeling. Okay? It's a powerful tool, but you got to check in with yourself and understand you have the power to create that feeling. So if you're financially frustrated because you've lost your job or your bank account is lower than you need it to be for upcoming bills, trying to be balanced around your money is not a good idea because you're in lack. So don't think about the money, think about something else that's easier for you to access to create an emotional state, and it will affect the outcome around your money. Are you with me? So in this moment right now, I want to direct all of us toward a big sigh of relief. I want you to imagine that you are sitting in the most comfy, easy boy recliner, and you push the seat back and you just take a big breath and you surrender backwards because your body is just exhausted and your mind is exhausted, and you're going to take a nap. You know that feeling, and you just go, oh, I'm just going to close my eyes for 10 minutes right here in this big comfy chair. Activate that feeling. It's a feeling of surrender. It's a feeling of temporary, momentary let go. And there's one intention, just to take a 10-minute nap and rejuvenate just a little bit. And it feels good because you're sitting in a chair that's supporting that. You've got your eyes closed and you're going to drift away and you're going to just get that little momentary respite. So surrender right now to the respite. Now breathe deeper into your body, and as you're sitting in your recliner in your imagination, see that recliner in the most beautiful crystal cave your mind can imagine right now. And see those majestic crystals jetting out in every direction, and they're alive with electricity, and they're alive with brilliant color, and they're vibrating with energy so potently you can feel it penetrating your flesh like the sun beating on you in the beach. And that energy is perfectly relaxing you and balancing you. It's balancing you as a radio tower communicating with the source of all that is. And it's charging you, and it's relaxing you, and it's supporting you, and it's loving you. And you can just let go into the recliner with your feet up and your head back and let it charge you for just 10 minutes. Feel that. Now I'm going to be quiet, and I want you to just feel yourself in the act of surrender to a source greater than you, and it's emanating from the inside out and the outside in. Just allow yourself to surrender to the feeling of let go and be harmonized and balanced perfectly into the feeling and experience of let go. And just let the loving arms of the Divine Mother and Father hold you and balance you. And all you have to do is experience the feeling of let go. So let go. Now breathe a little deeper into your let go and feel your body let go a little more. That's where I'm going to leave you. Don't jump out of your let go. Don't get out of the crystal cave. I'm going to hang up, and I'm going to encourage you. Just stay in the let go for a few moments longer, and with childlike curiosity, notice how it affects your day. And you can return to the crystal cave for 10-minute naps and charges anytime you want. Enjoy the let go. There's only love for you here. Bye for now.